There are no facts to dispute before this court. I see no evidence that has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction. The state is a fictitious plaintiff. The state of isn't here to testify. No injured man or woman is present before this court to provide firsthand knowledge. I am acting as surety for the named principal to contest jurisdiction. I am aware this is a taxable event and an excise tax is owed, and I want to be in compliance with the IRS code.
Probation will be a waste of time in this matter, so I will revoke and remand you to serve your sentence, take her into custody.
All right. $1,200 every year.
All right, folks. Today we've got yet another so-called sovereign idiot showing up in court. This one is here for violating her probation due to drug use. And instead of thinking clearly and getting a public defender like any reasonable person would, she chose to play the genius and represent herself. Yeah, you can probably guess how well that's going to turn out. Personally, I don't think this girl is actually a sovereign citizen. I think she just decided to use the script. Let me know what you all think. Does she really believe what she's saying, or is she just reading straight off a script? And if you enjoy content like this, be sure to like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and jump right into it.
This comes before the court today on a probation violation hearing. And it's the intent of the defendant at this time to stipulate. And I do believe there's a agreed sentence, as you would say in this case.
All right. Ms. Clark, you've heard the announcement of your attorney. Is that what you want to do? Admit to the violations?
No, actually, I'm going to make a motion for my attorney to withdraw. I got this myself.
Oh, okay. What's the reason for that?
I just want to represent myself.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody give her a waiver of attorney form. Okay. It's muted for some reason. All right. Well, I've already gone over these rights with you, so you should understand them, but you have the right to hire your own attorney. If you can't afford to hire an attorney, I've already appointed one, you qualified. You do have the right to represent yourself as well, and that's what you want to do today?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you want to waive your right to an attorney, when we do this, you have to follow the rules of procedure and evidence, just as if you're an attorney. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Has anyone promised you anything or threatened with anything to get you to waive your right to an attorney?
No, sir.
All right. Looks like you've already signed it and sent it in here. Did you understand this form you signed?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept your waiver and allow you to represent yourself. All right. Are you wanting to stipulate to the violations, or do you want to contest the hearing?
I'm going to contest it.
All right. Mr. Hollis here.
Yes, Judge, I can grab him real quick.
Okay. Okay, state has the burden. Any opening statement, Mr. Marcinski?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Clark, any opening statement?
Well, there goes her chance of having any real shot at defending herself. I'm honestly surprised this idiot hasn't started rattling off one of those BS sovereign citizen scripts yet. You know, the ones where they claim the court has no jurisdiction or that there's some living being outside the law. Honestly, though, I'm kind of glad she didn't, because at least we're spared that nonsense. But here's the thing. An opening statement is absolutely critical when you're representing yourself. It's basically your one opportunity to set the tone, explain your side to the judge, and convince them you're not completely out of your mind. Skipping it or completely botching it is pretty much the same as saying, yeah, I've got nothing. If you're going to defend yourself, at least say something. Let me know what you guys think so far, and let's jump back into it.
State may call this first witness.
Thank you, sir. The state would call Court Service Officer Christopher Hollis. Sir, will you please state your name for the record?
Chris Hollis. I'm a court services officer.
In that job occupation, were you assigned the supervision of a Miss Ashley Clark? That supervision being for an endangering a child underlying 12-month sentence?
That is correct.
On May 18th of this year, 2023, did you test Miss Clark for the presence of drugs?
Yes.
And what was the result of that UA sample from Miss Clark?
It was positive for methamphetamine.
So her
stating that
UA was positive for methamphetamines, and she also, in response to that positive UA test, signed in a statement of admission of using methamphetamines.
That's correct.
Did you order her to report on June 2nd, 2023?
I did.
And did she appear on that day?
She did not.
Has she appeared or reported to you since that time?
No.
Sometime after May 24th of 2023, were you advised by local authorities of her being arrested for a new crime?
Yes, and I did. I received that, and apparently she has new charges.
To your knowledge or to the notes, did Ms. Clark ever report that negative law enforcement contact with your office?
No, she did not.
That will be my questions for Mr. Hollis at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Clark, do you have any questions for Mr. Hollis?
No,
All right, do you have any further evidence or witnesses, Mr. Marcinski?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I do not.
All right, Ms. Clark, you have time to, now it's your turn to present any evidence if you want to. Do you wish to present any evidence?
right now I see no evidence. This has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction.
If you want to present any evidence, do you want to present?
Does anyone else feel kind of bad for this girl? I mean, yeah, she's a criminal and probably not the greatest person, but watching her get publicly humiliated like this is honestly pretty cringy. I'm actually feeling secondhand embarrassment for her right now. But at the same time, I don't feel that bad because she literally could have just gotten a lawyer. The guy was sitting right next to her, and she straight up dismissed him. I seriously don't understand how these sovereign citizens think. Why would you ever choose this route? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Her attorney was free and looked totally willing to help. He was just sitting there, sipping his coffee, chilling. I really don't get it. Let me know if you guys fee.
Well then, closing argument, Mr. Marcinski?
Your Honor, at this time, the state believes it is shown by a preponderance of the evidence that Ms. Clark is in violation of her probation and conditions of probation imposed by the court therein. The state's going to ask that you find that she is in violation of that probation. The state would point out that this is a misdemeanor probation for endangering a child. Therefore, Ms. Clark is entitled to no graduated sanctions, intermediate sanctions, or other relief set forth by the legislature on felony probations. Due to the litany of violations, the continued drug use, the failure to follow through with her treatment requirements, the state believes that she's shown that she's not amenable to probation and would recommend the court revoke and remand her to serve her underlying sentence.
All right, Ms. Clark, closing argument?
There are no facts to dispute before this court. I see no evidence that has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction. The state is a fictitious plaintiff. The state of isn't here to testify. No injured man or woman is present before this court to provide firsthand knowledge. I am acting as surety for the named principal to contest jurisdiction. I am aware this is a taxable event and an excise tax is owed, and I want to be in compliance with the IRS code.
Okay. It'll be the order and judgment of this court. Well, first of all, I'll make my findings. The state's shown by preponderance of the evidence that you violated probation in this case using methamphetamine around the 18th, as evidenced by the 18th of May this year, as evidenced by the positive UA and the admission. Also find that you failed to report in violation of probation as alleged. That would be the June 2nd, 2023 date. You failed to successfully complete outpatient treatment at Summer Mental Health as ordered by the court, so I find you violated probation there as well. You also failed to report law enforcement contact within the business day in violation of the orders of probation. You have violated, it does in a very substantial way. I will go ahead. It appears as if probation will be a waste of time in this matter, so I will revoke and remand you to serve your sentence, take her into custody.
All right. $1,200 every minute I'm in.
$1,200 for every minute this sovereign citizen is in jail. Seriously? This idiot actually thinks she deserves to walk free after endangering her child, continuing her drug abuse, and being a terrible parent overall. I mean, come on. She already violated her probation, and now she's trying to argue that she should get paid to be locked up. The level of delusion here is unreal. I take back anything I said about feeling bad for her. When you break probation and put a child at risk, jail should be the least of your concerns. She absolutely deserves to be behind bars, no question. And honestly, I think she should have been hit with contempt for that snarky comment she made before getting arrested. It wasn't just disrespectful, it was borderline threatening. Maybe not an outright threat, but it was a rude remark aimed at a judge, and that's not something that should just slide. Sovereign citizens like her seem to believe that rejecting the court's authority somehow gives them the right to demand money from the system for time served. It's pure fantasy. In reality, this woman violated her probation and is now facing the consequences. There's no payout for that. She doesn't get to hold the state hostage over her own criminal behavior. She's not some hero being wronged by the system. If anything, the only thing she's really owed is a one-way trip to serve out her sentence. This whole pay me to be in jail idea is just another example of how sovereign citizens think they can make up their own rules. All right, guys, now that we've watched this chaos play out, let me know what you think about this court hearing in the comments. Do you think she has any chance of getting out of this situation, or is she completely screwed? And also let me know, do you think she's ever getting that $1,200 per minute? There's just no way. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. I appreciate you all. Take care.